What's going on, guys? This is Dumb Orange 927 here, back again for another video. And today I am discussing a sort of a game that I have mixed feelings about. Destiny. Destiny is a game where I never hated Destiny. I did find it disappointing, but I've looked back to it and I noticed that Destiny isn't as bad as some people think. And the one fun I have out of it is the classes. As much as they don't play the biggest part into the game, they're definitely an interesting opportunity of choice. And the thing I want to now do is help newer players out there who maybe don't know what to pick. They don't know what playstyle each of the classes are, and they just want to know how to basically, they want to know which class suits them. And the only way you can figure that out is by, in a nutshell, presenting to them what each of the classes are and what each of them mean and why each class has an important role to play as a guardian. When you are a guardian, you're a guardian, but depending on your playstyle and your general rules, that's going to suit you differently. So, yeah guys, overall, what this video is going to be about is how to determine which class is going to be for you if you're a newer Destiny player. And when you figure that out, then you'll be able to join the ranks of the city and finally immerse yourself to learn how to become a true guardian. So, before we do anything else, let's get started. So yeah guys, when it comes with it, right when you begin your journey, you'll be presented with 3 choices of classes. Each of these, while not significantly different, will affect the way you have your playstyle in the game, as each of them also equips subclasses, diversing the set of capabilities even more. Now, each of these classes have different roles to play and different ideals to accomplish, and each is really dependent on what role you want to play in either the team or just on your own. So first we'll be discussing the Titan. The Titan, as you know or don't know, is essentially what you can consider the Titans is basically the tank. They are essentially the tank class. If you want to be a person who can absorb the most damage, take out the most punishment, and essentially be, an ultimate soldier, then the Titan's the character for you. In fact, a lot of people I'd recommend the Titan to is people from the Halo franchise, because the Halo franchise Spartans, it's kind of like the rules apply very similarly. Now, the Titan's strengths are, like I said, they're very tough. They can absorb a lot of damage. They're very durable and tough, and they definitely know how to raise the most punishment, and their abilities support that as well. Now, I will say there are weaknesses to the Titans. Easily, probably the biggest weakness of the Titans in terms of how they are is they are the slowest class of the 3. They can sprint like the other 2, and they do have a jump glide ability, but the jump glide's slower than the Warlock, and the Hunters is just a double jump. So obviously the Titans are definitely, while they're heavier and tougher, they're also at the same time more exposed and vulnerable in terms of they know how to handle a bad situation, but they're not good at escaping it. So that's really the key upon what a Titan is and what they play in the battlefield. They're essentially the tank. So basically now we'll be going over the Hunters. The Hunters in many ways is a reflection upon the Titan. Hunters are really good for lone wolves as well as people who are equipped to do more stealthy and speed tactics. Hunters are fast. They're really fast, very agile, and they're definitely the stealthiest of the three due to their camos, as well as just the fact that their speed allows them to essentially get in and out of areas that a Titan or Warlock would never be able to. Now obviously, since Hunters are the fastest, the weakness of them is that they can't absorb as much damage as the Titans. So Hunters are definitely not one of those dudes you want to charge up front with, but rather either sit back or you know, just speed your way through, like evade incoming fire, ensure that you're staying on your feet and constantly moving as you're trying to, you know, take down enemies and especially bosses. So Hunters are definitely great as sort of distractions, as well as in some ways supporters, because I will say Hunters are very good with precision weapons such as snipers. Snipers are definitely more encouraged for Hunters than any other class. Now, last but not least, and what is considered by most the most popular one, Warlocks. Warlocks are in many ways the odd one out. The reason most people Warlocks are known to be in a way in between the Titans and the Hunters by durability and speed, but at the same time, you know, they're still pretty good on their own. Their glide is faster than Titans, but at the same time it's less safe because it runs out, while the Titans doesn't until you land. So fall damage is a lot more common with Warlocks than the other two, as well as this. Warlocks just aren't as fast as Hunters or as durable as Titans, so there are some vulnerabilities, but at least you're decent on both. Now, the main strength with the Warlocks is that their supers and their just general abilities are the most powerful of the three, mainly because they are an odd figure. They essentially are able to control almost magical type arsenals with like Nova Bombs and upgrading themselves, and they basically allow opportunity to control the battlefield in a way that a Titan or Hunter couldn't. You know, it's like Titans are the strongest, Hunters are the fastest, and then Warlocks are the most powerful. And by powerful, I mean power in terms of the abilities that they wield. So, the question is, in a logical statement, which one is the best? Now, it's difficult to explain honestly, because here's the deal. It's like, now I will say right out the bat, don't just choose Warlocks, because I get most people think Warlocks are the most powerful, and don't get me wrong, they are well, powerful as in like best. Don't get me wrong, they are really great, but don't disclude the other two because it really depends on the playstyle. So honestly, in the honest view, there is not really a best. In a way, it's like most of it depends on the preference. It's like when you play as a Titan, you have to understand you're meant to be sort of the Punisher. You're meant to absorb damage and give out damage really high, but at the same time you're not that well at evading and stuff. Hunters are kind of the opposite, and then Warlocks are more kind of a mixture. By the way, I apologize for my voice, but I've had a very bad cold that's been causing me a sore throat, so I haven't been able to talk as well as I normally do. So what I was saying though is most of it comes down to preference. Now, I will say the Taken King update with the other two subclasses, while they are big, they're just kind of a byproduct of the overall goal of each class. So I'll show you the abilities and subclasses in just one moment. So basically the first one is, I'll go over the Titans first. They have the Striker subclass and the Defender. Striker is essentially the most offensive, I would actually say, out of all subclass, Striker is the most offensive. It basically gives you this Hulk smash type ability, and you can upgrade it in certain ways. For example, you can aim it, you can create shockwave effects, and this will allow you to essentially, you're basically able to cause a lot of damage on larger enemies and wipe out everything in your path with smaller enemies. Now, Defenders are kind of actually the opposite. With Defender, you're basically a support role. You put up bubble shields and stuff to protect your teammates, and if you upgrade them, you can actually upgrade your teammates and get them more powerful while they're in the shield. And this basically allows them to... Titans with this ability are able to get in tighter situation than most other Guardians, simply because they're able to have a defense front, which helps. Now on to Warlocks. Warlocks have the Void Walker and the Sun Singer. Warlocks are equipped with the Nova Blast, which basically launches a huge ball projectile to destroy everything in its path. You can split it if you upgrade it. You can also launch more powerful type explosions, which will cause even more damage. And Sun Singer is basically that ability upgrades every aspect of your character, and as well as this, if you upgrade it fully enough, not only will it, reduce cooldowns, do more stuff, but you can even use it to bring yourself back from the dead. So this one's definitely really good, I would say, for raids. Now on to the Hunters. The Hunters have the Gunslinger and the Blade Dancer. Gunslinger will basically give you a golden gun that allows you to kill most enemies with the exception of bosses in one shot. If you upgrade this, you can get more damage and just more cooldowns. And next is the Blade Dancer. Now, Blade Dancer essentially allows you to take out blades made out of arc energy, and essentially with this, it'll allow you to destroy most enemies in a single hit, aside, like I said, with the exception of bosses. And if you upgrade it enough, you can even turn yourself invisible with it. So Blade Dancer is definitely good for stealth purposes, and also very good for just power housing. And as well as this, so basically, as you know, each class with subclasses provide different advantages to the player and gives them a small booster edge in combat. Now, what you have to understand is which one of these is going to suit you. Titans, like I said, are meant to either inflict the most damage or absorb the most damage. So if you're a type of person who either likes being heavily offensive or defensive, Titans are very good in that one-sided point of view. Now, if you're a person who's more of a sort of agile speed fencer who just wishes to progress as fast as possible and wipe out everything in a matter of seconds, then I would definitely say Hunter is the class for you. And if you're a type of person who wishes to maintain full control of the battlefield regardless of the situation and is kind of in a way able to get your perks, then Warlock is definitely the class for you. So each one provides its benefits, and each one, as well as this, is able to, each is basically able to upgrade and just become stronger. You're essentially able to, so like I said, guys, I can't really tell you which ability I would, which class I'd recommend, because in a way it's up to you. I already said, it kind of depends on the playstyle, and I already explained if you're this playstyle or this playstyle, then this class would suit you best. And like I said, I could be completely wrong. Like, if you're a type of person who enjoys being tough, but at the same time, you could enjoy being a Warlock or something just because it has the more powerful abilities and stuff. It's honestly up to you as the player, and that's the reason I enjoy Destiny's classes. It allows creative opportunity and freedom, and it really helps you in a way to express yourself and a way to multiple opportunities. And like I said, with the Taken King adding 3 more subclasses, basically now upgrading each class from having 2 subclasses to 3, now allows even more creative opportunity. Now, in case you're wondering what I am personally a Titan, but that's only because I'm a very straightforward person. I'm not much of a speed fencer because I'd rather, I wouldn't say think tactical because hunters are tactical, but I'm more of a slow-paced fighter who ensures everything is dealt with before progressing. So, as a Titan, as well as this, I like the defender part a lot just because it allows me, especially in raids, to be able to help my teammates out really well. So yeah, like overall, that's what I am. But I have friends that are Warlocks, and I also have friends that are Hunters, and I have other friends that are Titans. So honestly, like I said, it's personal preference, personal taste, and it's up to you as the player. But I look forward to seeing what you guys choose, and I look forward to seeing you online on Destiny, and I'll wish to welcome you, Guardian. So yeah, guys, that's around it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video up, subscribe, and if this video really helped you as a newer Destiny player, then please let me know in the comments, and give me recommendation videos of what I could do next. You know, your support means everything to me, guys, and I want to get this far without you. So this is Devil Orange 927, and I'll see you next time, Guardians. Peace.